Aloha and welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition we're covering Day 2, Stage 3 of the 2021 two-gun Luau, the Caboose. That's right, we're back at the Caboose. And spoiler alert, goes a whole lot better today than it went yesterday. Partially because the weather. Yeah, it's nowhere as oppressive as it was the day before. Second of all, I've got a pistol whose sights are on and zeroed, and wow, you can do a whole lot better things when that happens. Anyhow, I digress. Let's get into what you're supposed to do because it is different from the day before. You start off at the same point as you did the day before, but the difference is this time you're starting off with your shotgun. The holes in the plastic have been enlarged a bit so you can see a bit more through them. They started off, because I helped set up this stage in the morning, by cutting the apertures just a little bit bigger, but by having a couple squads go through, I think some impacts from shot opened them up even a little bit more. So as you went through with this with your shotgun, you went through until you hit all the steel, and then once those steel targets were hit, you ditched your shotgun and you dashed around to the other bay where the Caboose was. And then you had basically a target array out in front of you that had shoot targets, IPSC targets that were cut off at about this level with no shoots. So you had to be careful of where your impacts were. And then up close, that you really couldn't see them from the ladder unless you climbed up really high, grabbed on for support and leaned way over, which some guys did. You could engage them that way, or you could engage them from under. I didn't take the approach I just mentioned. I went with a different idea. And let's go ahead and see how this worked out.
Stand by. Two more to the right. Four on the left. I got it. Right there. Hey, stop the gun right there. Good. You're finished, unload, show clear. Nice shooting.
Alright, now that was my run. If you remember watching earlier in this series, that run kicked my butt when it was pistol and rifle. And a big reason towards that was the oppressive heat that we were experiencing the day before. On this day, the day was overcast all day long. There was some humidity definitely going on, but it was definitely overcast, and the sun just wasn't beating down, sucking all the energy out of you and dehydrating you. So what happened on this one, starting out with the shotgun, went pretty straightforward. I went till the tube was empty, went through my usual load one, fire one, load one, fire one drill until all the steel had been engaged, ditched my shotgun, dashed over, and I decided to go prone first. And I thought that would be a time saver, and I think it was. Because instead of crawling up the ladder and then crawling back down and then taking the shots, just go, get those two low ones out of the way, crawl up the ladder, finish off up there. And one of the nice things this time about the ladder and the lighting conditions, and combined with shooting a .40 caliber handgun, the holes were visible. So I was getting feedback immediately on the targets when I made my hit. So took two shots when I needed to. If I got it on the first, just moved on and took the hit. Because the way the scoring worked is anything in the A zone, which was the whole head box for their purposes, was one hit neutralization. If you hit in a little bit of other area that was not a head, you had to have your two hits. So overall, a good run. Really enjoyed it. Wish I had done this well the day before on this stage, but such is life. Well, one of the things I really like about this stage is there's good training value in it. And as I mentioned in some of the previous videos, that training value in a stage is something you should go for if you're thinking like, hey, my chances of winning this is not going to happen, or you just think the value you're going to get is really worth it. And this one definitely played to that, because that big wall of plastic sheeting in front of you with limited access ports forces you to pie to find your targets, which is an excellent tactic for using in room clearing. You know, so as you're pieing your way around, finding, it forced you to do that. There was no way to gauge the targets unless you did it. And at a lot of just static shooting ranges, you can't really practice that. So really like the stage for that. Hope you're enjoying this coverage of the 2021 two-gun Luau. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And tune in tomorrow for Stage 4.